Today on Stay in the Truck, we're going to talk about Week 0 for college football for the 2023 season. Welcome to Stay in the Truck, the ultimate podcast for sports enthusiasts and avid gamblers alike. Each week we'll provide you with invaluable insights, analysis, and tips to elevate your game. We can be found on all major podcast and social media outlets. See the show notes for details. Well, Jeff, I tell you, man, I'm really excited about this week's show. College football is back, man. Week 0, we're going to kick off the season. We have Navy versus Notre Dame playing in Dublin, Ireland. What do you think about this game, Jeff?
Well, when you look at this game, there's a lot of travel involved for both schools. The number has moved. Come out Notre Dame laying 21.5, it's down to 20.5, and it's even been bet down further than that and come back up. So a lot of money going back and forth, and that looks like that sweet spot's right around 3 touchdowns for the favorite. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the over of 50.5. These two teams have played several times, and Notre Dame scored, I think, 35 on them the last time they played, or 40, it was 42, whatever it was, and Navy come back and scored on them. So it was kind of a back-and-forth game, and it's going to be really interesting to see what Navy comes out with, because rumors are they're getting away from the triple option. They're going to open it up a little bit. And Notre Dame doesn't, they've had all season to get ready for the game, but they don't know what they're coming.
That's a big transition for those wide receivers and tight ends to all of a sudden start having to catch a football.
That's right. So, I figure maybe they can catch Notre Dame off guard a couple of times, make a couple of quick pops in there, 2 or 3 scores, and Navy's not going to stop Notre Dame. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, yeah, this is upset alert and, all that kind of stuff, but I think you'll see a back-and-forth game in the first half, and in the end, I think Notre Dame will pull away, but I like over 50.5. That's what we're going with.
All right. The next exciting game of the week would be San Jose State at USC.
Yeah, San Jose State at USC, the return of the Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams. The USC coming out number 6 in the nation. They're going to play that coveted 8 p.m. Pac-12 network game. For the last time, or at least for the last year. They won't be opening on the 8 p.m. Pac-12 next year. They'll be in the Big Ten. So
the Pac-2.
Yeah, the Pac-2, yeah. So they're gonna get a San Jose State team who is really not up to this task. I would not be shocked one bit if Lincoln Riley goes out there and puts half 100 on them. And I think San Jose State's outmanned. My numbers on the game actually come up to 33, USC minus 33. But, that's not enough of an edge this early in the season for me to say, hey, let's jump all over USC and lay the 30.5, because you could see them up by 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and not wanting to get anybody hurt. And why would you in the first game of the season? Maybe let some guys come in and get some playing time, and San Jose State might put one in the back door there and get that cover. So this is a stay away from me. If anything, I might lean to the over of 64.5 a little bit. But I definitely want to see Caleb Williams. And what I want to see more than anything, I want to see it with my own 2 eyes. Has the defense improved at all for Southern Cal? I got to see that. So, while, I'm not going to have anything on it, I'm going to sit back and watch this one, though. But one I do want to look at, and one that I have played, is this UTEP Miners. They're going down to play Jacksonville State. It'll be Jacksonville State first time coming up from FCS. So, they're playing with the big boys now, and that's a 5:30 game on CBS Sports Network. So when this line come out, UTEP was a 1.5 point favorite, 53.5. And now it has been bet up to Jacksonville State, surprisingly, 1.5 point favorite, and bet down from 53.5 to 51.5. Well, I like the under. UTEP is, I think they're going to try to grind it out the best they can. Now, Jacksonville State, for people who are old West Virginia fans or Arizona fans or even Michigan fans, Rich Rodriguez makes his return to big-time college football with this Jacksonville State team. And, he likes to run a lot of up-tempo, a lot of plays. This game right here, what we kind of talked about several times in the offseason was with this running clock, how's it going to affect these totals? And I've heard people say 4 plays a half. I've heard them say up to 7 plays a half. I've heard people say that they went back and watched different conferences, and the referee started the clock at different times for different conferences. So who really knows?
So I guess the network just fills all that with commercials now instead of good football?
Yeah, I'm not
or
sure.
bad football.
Bad football, yeah, I don't know. But this game right here, I'm going under 51.5. Actually, I went under 53. So, but I still would go under 51.5. That's more than 7 touchdowns. So
all right.
I got to see it to believe it.
Okay. So you have next, we've got UMass going into Las Cruces to play New Mexico State Aggies.
Yeah, Las Cruces, beautiful down there. This UMass team, they got Auburn on deck. So is that a look-ahead game for them? I don't know. But, yeah, the New Mexico State, while, they're probably the better team down there, I'm not laying 7.5 with New Mexico State. I'm just not going to do it. That total is, you see it's coming down from 45.5 to 44.5, and it's probably going to go further than that. Just don't think UMass has any kind of, offense at all. So we're going to lay off of that one. Nothing there I really like. 7 p.m. and it's an ESPN game, wouldn't you know? So you guys will get to see the UMass and the Aggies get it on.
All right. Well, next up, Ohio Bobcats at San Diego State. We spent a lot of time on the previous show on the MAC conference. What do you have these guys?
Yeah, Ohio and San Diego State. So, the big question is Roark going to be there to quarterback the Bobcats? And if he is, because rumors are going around that he might not be 100%. And that is he's worth 4 to 5 points to the point spread. I mean, if he's not playing, then if you've heard anything or if you think he's not going to play, go ahead and take San Diego State right now, because if he goes out, that line goes from 3 to anywhere from 9 to 10 maybe or more. And why, San Diego State's kind of a grinded out type team themselves. I did play the under 49.5 in this game. I don't really have a feel for the point spread one way or another. Simply, if Connor Roark's not playing for Ohio, then yeah, I do. I like San Diego State. But if he is playing, then they got a legit shot at beating them. It's that simple. But we won't know. And, it's just, to me, I like the under anyway. I don't think San Diego State's going to come out there and score a whole bunch of points to begin with. So I'm going under 49.5.
There you go. All right, and we're going to wrap up week 0 here with Hawaii going into Nashville to play Vanderbilt. So, Jeff, this game is interesting to me. I was there on business several weeks ago, actually several months ago, and I sent you guys a picture. I stayed at the Marriott. I'm literally on the top floor looking out the window over the stadium, and they had the first 35 yards missing of the field, and then both end zones were like complete construction zones with cranes and everything. So fast forward to last week, 11 days before game time, and they put the 35 yards of turf back, but the field's still halfway in construction. So it's going to be a mess just from a logistics for fans and all the pageantry that comes along with Vanderbilt in a home game. But
yeah, funny you mentioned that about the end zone in Vandy and all the reconstruction they're doing, which people begged for years about that. Hey, are you guys going to put any money in this football program? A couple of years ago, they said they didn't even need an athletic director or athletic program. So anyway, they're spending the money, but they don't know how to schedule. That's obvious because it's a mess. But anyway, back to my point about the media days, they had that in Nashville. And I heard one of the reporters that was up there, he compared it to when he started going to the hotel there where it was at. He was like, is this Beirut? Because the roads were all jacked up like bomb. It was in the middle of warfare or something. But so Nashville's got to do a little bit better with that. But looking at this game here, my numbers come out to Vandy. Vandy about 18.5 point favorite. The line's 17.5. Vandy went to Hawaii last year to open the season, beat them 63-10. Timmy Chang's Warriors are going to be improved, but they're not going to be that much improved. I'm going to lay the 17.5 with Vandy. This is a get-right game for Vandy because they don't have many, and they need this one.
Well, their heads are probably still swollen from beating Tennessee last year.
And Kentucky.
Yeah, they finished strong. But man, I'm I said this at the beginning of the show. I'm just excited we got football again.
Yeah.
So we're going to dig a lot deeper into the SEC in our coming up SEC show next week. So, so make sure you guys tune in. So that's it for this week's predictions. Jeff, you got any closing thoughts on this week?
No, guys, just look, the one kind of advice or tip I can give you is you don't have to bet just to bet. Don't get impatient. This is a long season. We got all the way till, if you want to count NFL, all the way to the middle of February. So don't bet just to bet. But if you see something you like, don't hesitate to bet it when you see it. And do not chase numbers. Do not chase those numbers.
That's like chasing the straight in poker. It hardly ever works out for you. So, all right. Thank you. You guys, please remember to subscribe, follow, like, leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. And if you hit any big bets, big games, please drop us a comment. Let us know how you did. So thank you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Good luck, guys.